Hey guys, it's Melissa here from melissaoben.com. Welcome to Awaken Your Inner Awesomeness, a daily podcast devoted to spirituality and self-help. If you are new, I want to welcome you, and if you're returning, welcome back. So today I want to talk to you about letting go of heartbreak. I know that I've done a similar podcast episode in the past. However, when I was doing my meditation and asking what does the collective need to hear, this is what I heard. I heard that you need to let go of the past. And this sounds like something that's easy to do, but it's a lot harder to actually practice. And when I say that you need to let go of past heartbreak, I'm not just talking about heartbreak of someone breaking up with you, although I know that there are many people out there who will definitely resonate with that. It's not just about a past heartache, as in someone breaking up with you. This is also past heartbreak in general. It could be arguments that you've had with people. It might be loss that you feel. It might be an actual heartbreak from a romantic situation. But there are so many ways that we can experience heartache in our lives. And what the universe wants you to know is that when you hold on to that heartache, and I will be the first person to tell you that there have been times in my life when I held on to things that really hurt me and broke me. And what I experienced from that is that it kept me in a place where I was stuck. And that's what's happening to you. If you are holding on to heartbreak, to heartache, it's keeping you in this stuck pattern because you're not able to fully move forward if you keep dwelling on the past. When you keep going back to the coulda, woulda, should've, and you go back and you think about all of the things that you really wish you could change in the past, there isn't anything that you can do about it now. I mean, that was the past. It would be great if we had a time machine and we could go back and change things. There are definitely things in my life that I would change if I could. There are things that I would unsay that I know that I said that hurt people. But I can't do that. And you can't do that. We cannot go back and change the past as much as we want to. So the universe is telling you that you have to let it go. And that's, again, so much easier said than done. But I believe what the universe is telling you is that I think some of you are out there asking yourselves, how do I do that? How do I do that? And I know because in the past, there were situations that I held on to. And when people said, you've got to let it go, I said, how do I do that? Just like you, I didn't know. I'm like, how do you do it? Because it's so hard to let go. I was gripping on to things in my past with white knuckles because I just didn't want to let go. And the funny thing is that holding on to that wasn't helping me in any way. It wasn't moving me forward. It really was keeping me stuck. It was keeping me stuck in a place of feeling guilty and shame and all of the negative emotions, regret, for something that I could not change. I couldn't. Now, what I could do was that I could go back and ask for forgiveness for myself and for the situation. And remember that asking for forgiveness doesn't necessarily mean you have to go to the person and ask. Although if it is a possibility for you to go to that person and ask, and you feel like that's what you need to do, go ahead and do it, okay? Because I'm here to tell you that most people appreciate getting an apology. And for most of us, We never get apologies for things in our lives. We just have to forgive people who never asked for forgiveness. So if there's something that you've done that you need to ask for forgiveness for, by all means, if you feel it's right, go do it. But you don't have to go to the person. You can simply ask for forgiveness and go through the forgiveness process on your own without that person even knowing that you've done it. Because sometimes, and I understand this, you might feel like if you go back and ask for forgiveness, you might be bringing up past hurts to a person. Now, I happen to believe that most people appreciate an apology, even if it might bring up a hurt, because it brings about closure for them. But I also understand if you just can't bring yourself to do that, because you just don't feel like that's the right thing to do. And for some people, maybe you need to ask for forgiveness for people who aren't around anymore. Like you've lost touch, you don't even know where they are, or maybe they aren't in this physical world anymore, and you just need to feel like you need to ask their forgiveness. And you can certainly do that. The asking of forgiveness and getting forgiveness is more about you and freeing yourself and being able to let the burdens go and putting the burdens down. So even if the person is no longer here, or you don't know where this person is, you've lost touch with the person, you can still ask for forgiveness. You can still go through the forgiveness process without that person being a part of it. And I truly feel like when you do that, the universe knows that you are trying to step up and do the right thing. So I feel like the universe will still bring about a sort of peace to that person, even though you weren't face to face with them. It's like justice is kind of served in that situation. But what the universe really wants you to know is that holding on to the heartbreak and the heartache is keeping you stuck and stagnant. Because when you're in that stage of focusing on the hurt, focusing on the loss, you are focusing on the things you really don't want to feel. You know, we don't want to feel hurt. We don't want to feel let down. Yet, when we focus on that, when we don't let something go, that's exactly what we're doing. We're holding on to the bad emotions. And doing that can make you physically sick. But also, remember, we've talked about this before. When you hold on and focus on the wrong things, you're calling more of that in. And that's not what you want to do. And honestly, the universe wants you to feel good. The universe wants you to be happy. We create our own realities by our thoughts. So when we choose to focus and spend our time and energy on the bad things, we're creating a reality that's more like hell on earth. Because we're focusing on all of the bad things. And I want to give you an example. You know, I've told you that I manifested this new job. For like 0.5 seconds, I thought about how much I was going to miss the people at my other job and how I wasn't going to know anyone at this place. And I'm a veteran teacher and I've taught for 12 years and now I'm starting all over again. And I almost started to have a pity party. In fact, I'm not going to lie, I did start that. I started crying because I thought about how much I was going to miss the people that were my family. And then I snapped out of it and I thought, okay, the universe brought you this amazing thing. You manifested and co-created with the universe this amazing job opportunity that literally fell out of the sky. And you're going to cry and feel sorry for yourself? Like, really? You know, it's like the universe was probably like, girl, snap out of it. Like, what are you doing? We've given you this gift and you're treating it like it was a curse. And I get it because I was focused on the wrong thing. It's easy for fear to creep in and allow us to focus on the wrong thing. And when you're dealing with heartbreak, yeah, it hurts. Yes, there's pain. But we have to heal that pain. Remember that when we don't heal it, we're going to bleed all over people who didn't cut us. And I truly believe that. And the thing about holding on to this pain is like the universe wants to bring us new opportunities and new blessings. And yet we focus on the past. We focus on the hurt that we had. And instead of seeing the new blessings that the universe wants to bring into our lives, we insist on focusing on this heartbreak. And the universe is like, I have this amazing person. You're like, yeah, but this person hurt me and did me wrong. And I just have to clutch my pearls and I need to really feel bad about it. And I need to just be sad and I want to be lonely and miserable. And as silly as that sounds, that's exactly what we do. The universe wants to bring us a new thing. It's like we've got to close out that chapter. We had to end that cycle. It was an ending for a reason because the universe said you deserved better. And I saw that. And so a lot of times the universe actually takes people out of our lives. The universe causes a tower moment where it feels like something is ripped out of our hands. And that literally is what it feels like sometimes. But it's on purpose because we would not move if the universe didn't force it. We would be comfortable in a relationship or a situation where we knew that we deserved better, but we stayed there anyway. And when I'm talking about this, I'm referring to obviously relationships, not people who have lost loved ones in their lives. But for relationships, you would stay in a relationship where you weren't super happy and where you weren't being treated the way you should be, if the universe didn't pull the rug out from under your feet and knock you down and say, no, this isn't for you. Because that happened to me. That was me. I would stay somewhere where I knew I shouldn't be. I knew I didn't belong there because I knew there was something better for me. Because the universe said, this isn't for you. I have something better. But I stayed because it was comfortable. And the universe said, no. We know you're going to stay here, but no. We're going to bring this crumbling down to its foundation because we know you wouldn't move if we didn't. So the universe rips the carpet from under my feet and I get knocked on my butt, but woken up, right? Of this wasn't for you. This isn't where you belong. You deserve something better. And if I choose to focus on that heartbreak and say, I'm never going to find anyone again, that was what made me happy and now it's gone. If I choose to focus on that, then I'm not ever going to see the blessings that the universe is putting in front of my face. And there have been so many blessings. But if I choose to focus on how I'm hurting and the past and what I should have done differently or how I should have changed, then I'm going to miss out on that because I'm looking backwards in the rearview mirror and there's something even better standing in front of my face. But I don't see it because I have my head turned. And I'm going to miss out on that because I'm too busy focused on what could have been. And I'm focused on the past. And what the universe wants you to know is that you need to be focused on the present, not the past, not the future. The past is gone. There's nothing you can do about it. Nothing. You don't own a time machine. You don't own a DeLorean. So there's nothing you can do to go back and change the past. It's gone. It's over with. So dwelling on it isn't going to help you. It's going to cause you to feel regret, remorse, maybe angry, hurt, a lot of negative emotions that are just going to weigh you down, lower your energy vibration. It's not going to do anything good for you. Now, if you want to look at the past as a means of reflection of how I could do things better, that's different. But that's not focusing on the past either. And focusing on the future is going to cause you anxiety because you're going to sit there and worry about if you're ever going to meet anyone again, or if something like that could happen to you again, or what are you going to do? I mean, you can't predict the future. You just can't. Even people who are psychic cannot predict the future for themselves. And there's a reason for that. Because if we could see the future, we would probably screw it up for ourselves. We would get in our own way. We'd do something. You know, the universe doesn't want us to see the big picture. The universe illuminates one step at a time for a reason, because we have to learn the lessons along the way. We can't skip them. And if we could see the bigger picture, we would skip the little lessons because they're hard. It's not easy, but they're necessary. And so what the universe says is stop focusing on the future because it hasn't happened yet. You can't predict it. You don't know what's going to happen. You're going to cause yourself to worry and have anxiety over what you don't even know is going to happen. So the key to getting over the heartbreak is to focus on the present moment, to live in the present moment. And I know that there are going to be some of you out there who say, but I can't stop thinking about it. And I get it. I do. I understand. But what you need to understand is that you absolutely have the ability and the power to stop focusing on it. And it starts with your mindset. It starts with you deciding that you're not going to focus on it. Because guess what? You have a choice. You absolutely have a choice. When that thought pops into your head about that person or that situation, you can either choose to keep thinking about it and go down that little spiral that you do, or you can stop yourself and say, nope, rewind, delete, not giving that power. I'm going to continue focusing on the present moment and the blessings that I currently have, and I'm not going to worry about that. And guys, I am a firm believer in the fact that you do have to heal that stuff, but healing it is forgiving and letting go. It's not dwelling. It's not focusing on it. It's going back and visiting it, forgiving the people you need to forgive, including yourself, and letting go. And asking for the cords to be cut from you and that situation. Because focusing on it isn't doing you one bit of good. It's not. What do you think it's doing that's doing something healthy for you? It's not doing anything healthy. It is driving you crazy. It is robbing you of your personal peace. It is causing you to be miserable. And the universe says that you deserve to be happy, not miserable. And the only way that you can be happy is by letting that go. Let it go. And the easiest way to let it go is to be conscious of your thoughts, to live in the here and the now, in the present moment, to be grateful and have gratitude for all that you have. Not to focus on the past and not to focus on the future. And when you do that, when you live in the present moment, you will find a peace like no other. because you don't have to worry about anything. All you have to worry about is what's happening in this present moment. And I have to tell you something. My sister was out of town for a week, and it was a busy week for me. So, it kind of went by fast, but at the same time, I usually talk to my sister every day, if not every day, almost every day. And not being around her, I missed her, of course. And she came home today, and we went to dinner with her and with my niece, and we had the best time. And the happiest moments for me are the times that I am in the present moment and connecting with people. And I had a great time today. I had a good conversation with one of my listeners. I had an awesome day because I wasn't focused on the past and I wasn't focused on the future. I was focused on the day and what's going on right now. I had an amazing time playing with my dogs today. A lot of amazing things happened simply because I was just in the here and the now. And I will be the first person to admit to you that in the past, I could allow myself to dwell on the past and drive myself crazy and feel sad and upset. But that is just not what I want to do anymore. That's not who I am anymore. And I'm glad because doing that makes you miserable. And I don't want to be miserable. I want to be happy. I want to create a reality around me that is happy and abundant and joyful. And that's how I was today. It started off, and I have to give a shout out. I have to give a shout out to Noelle, one of my listeners, who sent me a beautiful message today thanking me. And that started off my day on a really positive note. So thank you for that. You know, people who reach out to me, you just don't even know how you make my day. And I have so many amazing listeners who are just beautiful people who constantly reach out to me. And I just want to thank you for that because it makes my day. It really does. And that started off my day on a positive note. And then it just continued because I got to spend time with my grandma. We went and picked her up and took her to get a haircut and then to lunch. And it was really cute to spend time with her because we took her picture after her haircut and put it on Facebook. And she doesn't really understand how Facebook works because she's 96. But we tell her, we put your picture on Facebook, and she thinks she's famous, which is really cute. And she'll say, oh, well, who did people, I forgot even what she says, but it's not, did they comment? I forgot what it was she even said, but she thinks that they're like talking about her pictures all over the place, and it's so funny. But she'll ask, oh, did somebody say something about my picture? And we have to tell her. And it's cute to watch her and just to be able to talk to her and visit with her, and then getting to visit with my sister. And it was an amazing day. And it's because I focused on finding the joy in my day. And that is what the universe is telling me to do, is to let go of all of the bullshit. That's all it is. I mean, if you thought about it, excuse me, if you really thought about it, when people reject you, it's actually a blessing because it is the universe saying, there's something better. There's something better. Or it could even be, this wasn't the right time because that person has to be better, or you have to be better, you have to grow, you have to learn. Whatever it is, a rejection is actually a blessing. It's the universe protecting you and providing something better for you. So please don't dwell on the heartbreak. Please let it go, because I want you to be happy, and the universe wants you to be happy, and you deserve to be happy. And you're not going to be that if you're focused on the past. You're just not. You're going to drive yourself nuts. And you don't deserve that. You don't deserve that. It doesn't matter what happened. It doesn't matter if you did something in the past. Look, we are not our past. We're just not. I'm not the same person that I was a year ago. Okay? There are things that I did a year ago, or 5 years ago, or 10 years ago, that I would not be proud of today. And not because I'm a bad person, but just because I'm a different person. And I'm a different person today. So even if it's something that you're holding on to that maybe you did about in your past that you're not proud of, let it go. Every day is a new day to start fresh. You are not your past, and you don't have to be imprisoned by your past, okay? And if people can't see that you're different or that you deserve to be treated differently, that you deserve a fresh start, that is their karma. That is them not being a good person, not seeing that everyone deserves a fresh start. Don't beat yourself up over your shortcomings or over things that happened in the past. The universe is telling you to let it go. And I don't know who needs to hear that, but somebody needs to hear that you are not your past. And you're not defined by your past. And you can start over with a clean slate, and it's never too late. Well, guys, I hope that message was helpful for you, and I hope that you live in the present moment and that you enjoy so much happiness in your life because you all deserve it. And I want you to know that it's not too late, even though the 5-day Manifest Your Best Life free training did start on the 24th. It's not too late to get in. You can still enroll at any time and get the benefit of the rest of the training. So the link to sign up will be in the description to the podcast. There are a lot of free tools there to help you, and you can go and watch the replays of the lives we did so you haven't missed anything. So please go and sign up if you need it. And if you need anything from me, a Reiki session, a coaching session, past life regression, or a reading, go to my website. All of the information is there. If you'd like to work with me, but you're just not sure how, don't hesitate to contact me. You can text me, you can call me, you can email me, you can message me on Facebook or Instagram. I do not mind talking to you. There are a lot of people who contact me and say, I really want to work with you, but I don't know what I need. And I talk to them and we figure it out. And it always ends up being very, very productive for them. And they're so happy with the results of working with me. So don't hesitate to contact me for any reason, really. Even if you just want to reach out and, ask a question or talk to me, please feel free. I love hearing from you. Please don't forget to subscribe to this podcast. That helps others find me. And my mission is to help as many people heal as possible. Please do not also forget to go to my website. If you subscribe to my website, you'll get a free morning and evening meditation. I do not bombard you with emails. I rarely send them. It's just a way for me to give you a free gift for signing up. And don't forget to leave a review for me if you please would. That also helps me and it helps other people to find me, either stars on iTunes or a written review, whatever you feel compelled to do. I really appreciate, and I appreciate all of you who've already done that. And I want to thank you all, and I want to send you massive love and light and know that you are special, you are loved, you're beautiful, and you are worthy of happiness. And I hope that you are finding happiness in your life. I love you all. I will talk to you again soon. Bye-bye.